Welcome to Pacific Drive. I am currently, I have two save games. I don't know why I've still got this one. This one, we're 35 hours into the game now. I think I'm probably just less than halfway through the game, I think. It can be a huge game if you want to get all of the attachments for your vehicle and explore and do all that cool stuff, which I'm doing. I'm wanting to be nice and patient with it because it's a really good game. I haven't played anything quite like this. It's such a weird. I don't know if you can call what kind of genre. I guess it's an extraction type game, but instead of going in like Tarkov with a Kalashnikov or whatever weapons you use, you go in with this banger. Well, it starts off as a banger, and then you upgrade it. The more you go into the zones and um, collect materials, the more you can actually upgrade even the panels on your car and gadgets and gizmos to help you survive. If we look in the trunk here, we've got this is a craft mat. We can craft basic things in here, like first aid kits and electrician kits and sealing kits to pump your tyres back up and things like that. So you're fairly limited with space at the beginning of the game. You've only got these cardboard boxes, but as you progress further, you unlock. I'll show you. You go to this machine here and unlock new tech. So there are lots of different categories here. I've unlocked quite a lot of it, but what you need in order to unlock, say for example, I wanted a new engine. Say I want this limb chipped engine. You need other requirements here on the top and here, but the most important thing here is energy. You need a certain kind of energy. There's three different types of energy in the game that I am aware of so far. The stable, which is here on the top left. Stable is your, sort of bog standard orbs that you pick up in the in the zone. And what you'll see is when you're driving, you'll see this big piece of equipment has a big sort of glass ball on a pedestal, and you go in and grab that and stick it in your car, and it's like you get like a charge of energy. And if you take those back to base with you and you manage to survive the zone, you can spend that energy on upgrades for the garage. Pardon me, for the garage on your car. The more further you go into the zones, I think there's like 3 rings. So on the outer zone, you're not even into the wall. You're not through the wall. You're sort of on the outskirts. I'll show you the map here real quick. This is where you do all your planning before you head out. And as you can see here, this is the first wall. So you can go to quite a few different places on the outer wall. They're relatively safe. You've got these areas here that have these red sort of like radiation looking zones. They can be quite dangerous because they've got extreme conditions, and then all of these places have different unusual conditions. I've got 3 scanner charges here, and what that means is that I can go to any of these highlighted areas here, and before I set off I can kind of plan my route, if you like. So if I select this one, for example, this tells me of extreme conditions. Now I don't know what this number one means. Something's moving. You can see it on the right hand side of the screen there. Don't know, and I don't really like the sound of that, if I'm honest. The second one is heavy fog, which it doesn't really affect things too much. The only problem you'd have with that is if your car's headlights failed or your battery ran down, you wouldn't be able to see where you were going. And the other one for this particular zone is Swift Storm, which is if you stay in a zone for too long, a big storm starts to come in, and it's similar to like PUBG or Apex or any of these extraction shooters where the outer ring starts to close in on you, so you have to get out quick. In addition to that, to these dangerous zones here, we've got Swift Storm, which are like little mini storms that sweep across the map, and you don't know what they're going to do. They can do lots of different things to your car and yourself. They can it can be really windy, so your car might start drifting off into the back end of nowhere, and you can't find it. It might be electrical, which can devastate your battery on your car, things like that. So what I'm going to do is there are a few things that you need to do before you set out, and the best way to check them, and I do this even though I've been playing it for nearly 40 hours, but I go here every time, and this gives you a little checklist on the left here, driver's checklist. I've done pretty much everything that I need to do, but what I do is when I come home from a run, I go here and I get my first aid, and then we fuel up the car, so that gets put in there. In addition to the fuel tank in the car, I have a backseat tank, and we have a little fuel can here in the boot. These are storage containers, these two here, side storage. That's a mini turbine to help with our battery if it runs down. And this is another thing for the battery. I've heard that the further you get into the game, into like the inner ring, so I've only managed to get into this area here. I haven't actually been into this bit here. This is like the hardest part of the game. I do have an objective here that I need to get to, but I'm taking my time with it. I'm not doing it just yet. That and the fact that it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 trips to get there, and going through one zone with a extreme condition, it can be quite tricky, never mind 2. So we've got quite a lot to, but I'm just going to do what I'm really needing is unstable energy. Now you can't get that from the outer ring as far as I'm aware. I've never come across them, but I'm going to go into the inner ring here and see if I can get some, because there are a couple of upgrades in our garage that I want. The thing with this game is that there are so many things to upgrade, and it's just, you've got to have them all. You've got this amazing loop where you think, oh, if I can just get better tires, or like an engine. I'm looking to upgrade my carbureted engine, but I need a specific material in order to make the new one. I've unlocked it, but I haven't actually made it yet. So we'll set off. We've got everything we need. We've got, I'll just tell you another thing here. We've got in this storage, I've got other tools. This is a anchor radar which helps us identify energy in the map that isn't visible to the naked eye. I've got battery jumpers here, first aid. That cog can actually come out. Space is a bit of a premium, so you've really got to juggle things around. Sealing kits for burst tires, mechanics kit, light replacement kit, repair putty for spot repairing our panels and what have you. So we'll just dump this cog in here, and we'll head off. Things will become a lot more clearer once we set off. So this is our little map here. That's where I'm heading. And in order to run the car, you have your headlights here. You've got your wipers. You need that not really so much for the rain, but for zones that have acid rain or things that spit green glob at you. you're going to want to use your wipers for that because you just can't see anything. So we'll start the car. It's not looking like it's dark yet, so we'll just head off. So when you leave the garage every time, you go left, and then you go into a map where you can actually pick where you want to go next. So we'll have a look at that now. So, like I say, I want to go into these areas here, but they don't look so good, do they? Because of all of this, these extreme conditions. It's going to be a real batter on my car. Let's see. I wonder if I can maybe do this then. I might see if I can avoid this storm by going to here, and then we'll just hop over into this area here. So we'll do that. We'll head to G1. Now here we are. So highway, remote, blistering woods. It's going to tell us what the conditions are here now on in the top right. Maybe I need to go a bit further before it hasn't actually told me any conditions, which is different. Oh, this is actually it was a story map in order for me to get into the wall. So this is actually one of the story missions. So there are when there are active energy pedestals to be picked up, you'll see yellow dots. There's normally 2 or 3 or even 4 on a particular map. But that's the exit. That's where we need to go in order to get to the next zone. So this might be a relatively straightforward little drive. So we'll stick our headlights on. And we'll just follow the road here. Let's try not to crash. I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to... Whoa. I'm going to just keep going because there's nothing really here to salvage. A nice leisurely drive, this actually, compared to some of the other things you'll see. The steering's a bit wobbly because I've got 3 non-puncture tyres, which are essentially just solid rubber. They're not inflatable, and one all-terrain tyre in the front right. So the handling is rough. And if you're getting bored with the drive, you can go up here and put your radio on. Yeah, the handling on this thing is dreadful. Normally the zone is teeming with activity. There's all kinds of strange things going on, but nothing's happening here. It's great. He says, oh, it looks like I'm going to have to jump that, doesn't it? Can I get through there? I don't really want to jump because it'll damage the car, and you want to avoid any kind of damage. So there you are. You can see we're heading off now into the next zone. Now this is going to be a different kettle of fish. So we've got violent voltage as an extreme condition. Now that means that things can pop out of the ground that can envelope your car and give you a massive discharge of electricity. storms, I guess. You might get some storms. If we have a look on the map now, we've got all of these places here that we can loot, and the different icons give you different types of loot. So the houses, you tend to get clothing and cups, and you can break down radios and TVs, and you get copper wire and electrical stuff. And then for other places, you've got these research facilities here. These ones, I've never really gotten anything too valuable in them, but these ones here, the smaller ones with the dish on top, they have chemicals which are needed for repair putty, so they're quite important to get. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wander through town here, and we're going to grab this one. We'll grab this. It's just this is just a, I think it's just a normal, regular energy node, but I'll be able to show you at least what they look like. I have to be careful in the rain, obviously, because the handling on the car is just pretty rotten. Now you can see here in the distance we've got some electric stuff going on. Oh, there you go. We've been electrocuted already. Now, one of the good things that I've got on the car at the moment are quite a few of these panels are actually insulated, so they actually don't conduct the electricity there. For some reason, my trunk was left open there. So, over here, see these dudes here? They're called tourists. And if you run into them, they explode. And as you can see here, we've got this bigger ring of electricity here. If you don't have the insulated panels, it can really be quite damaging to your car. But we're going to see if we... Oh, there we go again. We're okay though, we got through it. You can see what kind of damage your car's taken by looking in this little console area here. But we're all blue, we're all good. Yeah, as you can see, there's more electricity here. That one got me somehow, I don't know how. Didn't even drive into that. So, we're almost coming up. Tell you what I need to do. I need to research something here. I think it's here. I'm going to get my flashlight out here. Now, is that a lead shielding? I needed to research that in order to upgrade a number of things, so I'm glad I found that. It's highly recommended that you read the Reddit on this. So if you ever have any... Oh my word. I'm going... if I didn't have the shielding on there... Oh man. I've never been hit by this much. Okay, now... See this over here? See this yellow thing? This is your... energy. Now what I tend to do with the energy is I get out. You have to do this quick because anything can happen once you pick this thing up. I open the door and then take it, whack it in, shut your door, run like Billy O. Now there, oh! See that little thing there, that attached to our car, but I've got another add-on. If you look here, I've got add-ons for the car. Oh my word, now I'm being taken away by a... Look at this! Now I've managed to get rid of them because I have a special tool on my front bumper that brings up this shield and it detaches any beasties from it. But if you don't have that, you can be taken for one hell of a ride. I'm noticing something here. My engine is smoking or steaming, and it's not going as fast as it normally does, so I'm going to find somewhere safe and I'm going to get out and just going to have a gander at the under the end. Yeah, it's definitely not looking good, is it? If you look in here, look at that. There's a yellow dot on the engine there. So we have a problem with our engine. And if you leave it long enough... Okay, I need a mechanic's kit. It says it's failing. Maybe it's a leaky gasket, maybe you finally blew a piston, you could just be low on oil, could be a lot of different things, but all we need to do to fix it is a mechanic's kit. And because I am prepared, most of the time, I have a mechanic's kit on me, so we'll just whiz over here. And there, we're back to normal. Okay, so we're going to head back this way and we're going to pull a left and then we're going to head down into this this next area here. The music on here is actually really cool. Not again! Wow. Yeah, these electricity spikes are just coming from nowhere. They're unavoidable, it looks like. I've never been hit so much with electricity. But fortunately, we're not taking any damage at all. So we've got quite a drive to get to the next area now. Let's just see if we can get the hell out of here. I just can't wait to get this new engine because it's a really slow engine, the one I've got. The other cool thing about this is that you can find whoa! That was something that lifted the whole road up there. And here comes another one of these wee fellas who'll try and attach to me. Now where is he? Did I destroy that thing by... Where did it go? I must have destroyed it. Now these guys here, they're kind of creepy. Oh, there's two of them as well. Yeah. We might get collared here. We got away with it. We're okay. So, almost to the next zone now. So we actually managed to get away relatively unscathed through that zone due to our reinforced insulated doors. Maybe the electricity rod might have helped us as well. My battery isn't looking too bad actually. Maybe these add-ons to my car are actually helping. Now then, let's see what happens when we get to the next zone. I don't I don't have a good feeling about this. There we go. Okay, so actually I've never been here before. And that takes us into the middle zone here, but there's no hazardous conditions here, so this might be a relatively straightforward trip. So this is going to be a new area for me that I haven't seen before. So, Backroads Remote and the Myers. Oh, corrosive downpours. That's not good for us. We don't have any toxic protection on our car. And if you look here, we've already got a big storm here. That's probably corrosive rain. It doesn't look as if it's moving either. It's staying there. Which means we're going to probably take quite a lot of damage here, if I'm honest. But I think we should at least have a crack at one of these, because one of these they could be unstable, and there might be stuff in here that I haven't scanned before. So let's do it. Let's go in. Wish me luck. Now wait a minute. Something just opened there. Is that the trunk again? It is. Now, another thing you get with this game, which is both quite cool but also extremely annoying, is your car gets quirks. It gets weird things happen to it, you know, when you travel through different zones. In this particular instance, it looks like, let me see if I can replicate it. So let's shut the trunk. Alright, it's still shut. Let's see what happens when I put the handbrake on. No, it's still shut. So let's see. You have to actually identify what the quirk is, because you have a little computer back at base that that you can use to diagnose what the actual problem is. Now here we go. We've got corrosive rain now. These, you don't want to run to those. Doesn't look as if the rain's damaging our vehicle, but everything else will. I don't know what that is, but we can get rid of it. Oh my word, this is not good, is it? At all. Oh, we've been hit. Wipers on. Now, you can see that we've already taken damage in our front left wing. And it looks like the rear right door opened by itself there. Look. You see? So we have a serious quirk on this car. I think it might just be whenever I put my foot on the gas, any random door opens. I think. Now, we're coming up against a, looks like an unstable energy here, but it's very dangerous to stay here. So we need to make this really quick. Now I'm taking damage from the corrosive rain there already. Let's get this quick. Grab it. Get it in. Shut the door, and the one that seems to open by itself, and that one. Get in. Get the hell out of here. Got some kind of weird radio station here. I'm going to take a right. This is incredibly dangerous. I think we've been barely lucky so far. I'd quite like to go in there and loot in there, but I don't want to leave it out in this storm. There's some cool places to loot, but I can't seem to find my bearings. I'm trying to go north, but there isn't a road here. Okay, now my bonnet and my front bumper is taking damage. Let's just head north. See if we can find the road again. We're right in the middle of this storm, and I don't think there's any way we're going to be able to avoid it. Let's get to the road. Oh my word, now we've got water. I don't know if... Yeah, we've got a skid warning on the car. Come on. I think what we can do is if we can just make it to this yellow one here, we can get out of the storm. If we can get a nice quiet area, right, we're back on the road. If we can get a nice quiet area, I can have a go at repairing panels in the bonnet with some repair putty that I've got in the trunk there. I've just turned the engine off. Right. Okay, we're out of the storm. Let's see. We need to find this energy portal here somewhere. If you look here, there's these green, foggy sort of areas. They're acid, and they can damage your car as well. I think we're probably safe to get out and do some repairs on the car. So if we get the repair putty and put it in our hand, then if you go around the vehicle, you can see here there's you see there the insulated panel. It's pretty damaged, but the one we're looking for is the bonnet. Let's fix that. Repair putty is actually quite difficult to come by because you need chemicals, and they're fairly rare. You can't really find them. You only find them in the industrial buildings. Sometimes you can do a run and not find them at all. I think that'll do for now. Let's put that back. Now, if we can just see over here, we've got the unstable energy that we need there. So let's let us skirt around this acid, sliding all over the place. Right, here we go. Let's get this. Let's get this here. Okay. I don't know what's going to happen when we touch this. This trunk's getting on my nose. So we're going to have to diagnose that when we get back. Okay, so here goes nothing. Okay, doesn't look like anything's happening. We're okay. I think we're okay. Right. So, the next thing we need to do, I've got enough unstable energy now. I think I'd like to go home. It's time to go home. Some kind of battle going on over there between those things. I don't want any part of it, thank you. So, how do you get home? What you need to do is you need to activate one of these, and then you drive like mad to get to it. Because if you go at a nice leisurely pace, the storm comes in and can catch up on you, and you can die. So I'm going to activate this, and we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. Let's get out of here. Already being tagged by that thing. Am I going the right way? Roughly. Let's get back on the road. Oh, we're going through the acid. My doors are opening and closing like crazy. Oh my word, look how quickly that storm's coming in. Look at this. Oh, that's insane. I've never seen it that fast. You might just see off in the distance here, to my left, there's like a big orange beam going into the sky. That's where we're heading for. I need to take a left here. Did I miss it? No, it's coming up now. These bits are always very, very tense. The red's coming behind me now, as you can see, and I've crashed because I've been looking at the map. Move! Move. My car's flashing all over the place with errors, and my doors are flipping open, and... Oh, I've been carried away by that. Oh my word, I'm upside down. Now we're in big trouble. I need to warp my vehicle to another place. Oh my word, have I run out of... I've run out of power. Oh, we are close to dying here, ladies and gents. We are in trouble. Let's get off here. Try and avoid the water. I'm going about 3 miles an hour. Oh my word. Oh, come on. I tell you something. That was lucky. Look at the damage that our car's taken here. Oh boy. So yeah, look at that. All of these areas here need to be repaired, including my headlamps. Oh boy. Let's have a look. So I need to repair my car, which is 61%. So it's in pretty bad shape. Now, what you would normally do is you'd get the repair putty out. Well, what you'd think you'd do is get the repair putty and bring it out and fix it that way. But that's not very cost effective at all, because your repair putty is pretty sparse. So what I tend to do, I have this machine here where I can put parts in. So say I want to fix this, we'll take it off, and then I can use this machine and we pop it in the machine, and then when we go on another run and come back, this cool speaker will replenish the damage done there. That's why I've got some generic sort of doors and things in here, so I swap them out. So I'll do a run without the insulated doors and just use steel doors for that. So we need to replace that panel. Lots of things we need to do, and I need to fix the quirks. So yeah, there is 101 things you can do with this game in terms of progression, and the gameplay loop is seriously addictive. It just keeps you wanting to do more and more. You unlock new tech, and yeah, it's a very, very cool game. It's not for everyone. I think some people would maybe find it a bit boring, but I love it. I think it's great just to chill out. I mean, not really chill out, but it is a relatively chill game. I think the worst that can happen to you is that you can come home and your car will be pretty much beat up. I've never actually died in the game yet, but anyway, that's just a quick look at Pacific Drive. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really wanted to do this as a sort of a test, just to see that it's streaming okay, not streaming, but recording okay, and the sound levels are okay. We're going to be doing a lot more things in the future with Pacific Drive, possibly, or reviewing new games, indie games, and some AAA, I guess. But it's just an idea for a channel, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again. Goodbye.